side, we ride, we die all for this. Oh my, I know why I can't fall for this. All my life I
How are you beautiful people doing? It is I, the TheTaskAtHand, and I'm back at it again. And today we're going to be finally unveiling, or finally showing the top 10 red attribute characters. My top 10, you know what I'm saying? I've been waiting to do this series for a while, specifically because, one, things have been coming up in, real life that's kind of been prolonging it. Two, I need a good amount of time to get this shit perfect. You know what I mean? Because I really want to, work hard on this, make it look dope, as you guys are going to see in a little bit. Just want to let you guys know that, a little intro. I'll be dropping these videos. They're not going to be back to back. As more characters come out, my top 10 list is going to change. So that's why you see in the title that it says November 1st, 2017. Or whatever the date will say up there, because they're not going to be the top red characters forever. As more characters come out, which is like every mid-month, end of the month, or whatever, with every gacha brings new characters that have increased stats than the one previously. So it's bound to change. That's why it says whatever date that it says in the title. Just want to explain that. So without further ado, let's hop into this video, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So I hope you guys enjoy. Now coming in at number 10, we have Swimsuit Nemu. The reason why I put her at number 10 is specifically because there's a bunch of other characters that are more, used for combat. And I put the ones that, can one-shot with strong attacks, one-shot with normals or whatever, or they're special or some shit like that. Like, I put those up on the list higher simply because medics or healers, they're really, really useful, right? But the only thing they're really useful for is what is healing, So the medics are definitely going to be, or the healers are going to be towards the bottom of the list simply because of that, The only real use that you can have Nemu for is extreme co-op or like PvE, like keeping your team alive. If you're doing a really hard quest in single player, you could switch to her, wait for it to cool down, heal your team. Other than that, like, you can't use her in PvP. Don't even, you bring her in PvP, she's gonna get smacked easy. Her stats don't matter. She has no significant thing. You'll see it in the abilities too. As you can see here, oh my god, she has a bruiser of 30%, a berserker of 40. Yeah, that's cool. That would be good numbers for somebody who has flurry or someone who just has really, really dumb high attack. 667, that's below average for high end or really strong characters now. The average for really high or for really strong characters is 700, towards the top tiers. I'm talking about Uryu. I'm talking about Uryu's dad. You know what I mean? Those are, pretty high. If you were to stack normal attack damage and all that on her, you could use that, but it's who would really use the healer, to destroy or in an offensive way? I know they gave her those stats to pretty much, so she can be good in those aspects a little bit, be at least average in those aspects, so that she can defend herself while she, tries to heal the team. So yeah, that's definitely why I put her at number 10. But don't disregard this. Since she's at number 10, that doesn't mean she's a trash character. Definitely not. If you get this character, or if you did, because I'm pretty sure they come back every summer, seasonal. If you did, bro, you are so lucky because everybody's gonna want you when Inheritance Zone or Extreme Co-op comes and it's red. You know what I mean? So I was definitely praying for Nemu when it came to really hard quests. So that is why she's at number 10. And now coming in at number 10, we have Seine. I bet that pissed you out. No, I'm just kidding. We have Seine or Seine, however you want to say it. We have her. I put her at number 9. I put her above, Nemu, specifically because now, like, I know what you guys are thinking. Oh, but the stats, man, the stats, like, she's definitely way better than, or not as good as Nemu. Nemu have titties. Listen. All right. I mean, stats do matter, obviously. Little bit, even a little increase in stats still do count. But here's the thing. Here's what makes her better. 1, she has an increased soul trait. 25% stamina versus each area that you enter versus 20%. And then also, she has a pretty common killer. I mean, Nemu does as well. But she has, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. What really sets it off for me, they both heal the same amount, right? But she has a special that's very good for team play. When she does her special, it inflicts paralysis. And she has debilitator, so it lasts even longer, 5 seconds longer, than tacked on to the normal time. So I think that's way more useful in comparison to what's it called, in comparison to Nemu, because when you're paralyzing the enemy, let's say you're again in a really good place to use her, Extreme Co-op or Inheritance Zone, if you're paralyzing the bosses, they can do nothing, and your team can just smash on them for however long the paralysis lasts. And I've seen it happen, and it's so good. Like right at the end, we just, like, I remember the people I was playing with, we just slide right through that shit, because as soon as they're paralyzed, that's it. Everybody lets off their strong attacks, and it's really, really, really good for team play. Now, again, you look onto her abilities. Obviously, Nemu has 30-40, and she has 20-30. So, again, less than Nemu. But, oh, yeah, she has Bombardment, which is pretty good. But, that Debilitator really comes in handy because hers does paralysis while Nemu's does only fire damage. I would personally take paralysis over fire damage because, yes, fire damage can do a lot, but paralysis is more geared towards team play, which was the character's intended for. And you can do way more damage when everybody can let off their strongest strong attack, and then you just letting off a really strong special and inflicting a strong burn. If you really think about it, imagine if everybody is just free to just do every strong attack to the enemy because they're paralyzed. So definitely a better character in my opinion. But obviously you guys can disagree. This is my top 10 list. This is what I think. So there you go. Now, flying in hot at number 8, we have Mila Rose. But yeah, we got. I don't know why I said it like that. It was fucking dumb. We got Mila Rose. All right. Now some of you are like, wait, what the fuck? How? Now, you shouldn't doubt her, man. She's actually pretty good. I was like, when I was seeing her in the list of red 5 stars that I was looking up, or 6 stars that I was looking at, I was like, dude, on paper she looks amazing, you know. And I was looking at the comments on Bleach. FYI, you should definitely use that site. I put a link in the description below, because the dude who made that site, he is a genius. It just has everything that you need to know about this game. So, you know, all her strong attacks, you know, they look good. I mean, hold on, let me read their stats real quick. 655 attack, you know, less than average, right? Right, less than average. We get that, cool, right? And then 640 SP, 359 defense, 313 focus, right? So you look at that and you're like, okay, is she, you know, is she a hybrid? Is she a normal attacker, strong attacker? I mean, you look at that soul trait, like she might be a strong attacker, but check this out. Her abilities are pretty much why I put her above a lot of characters in the game. She has a bruiser, or a normal attack increase of 40%. Pretty damn good, right? That's pretty good, like right off the bat for a strong attack, or for a she's a hybrid. She's actually a really good hybrid. I'm sure you guys know that actually. She has frenzy, you know. So paired with 40% damage boost for her normal attacks right off the bat, you pair that with like an Ichigo link for like 18 normal, or 18 nad, 16 strong, and then 18 sad, and 16 normal, or nad. Damn, it was hard to say that. She could be really good. And this is what puts her above a lot of other characters. She has defibrillator. Now you're like, or debilitator. Damn, I probably messed that up earlier, and I'm not gonna edit that out because we keep it trill, we keep it real around. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I probably fucked that up earlier, but I'm not even gonna go back and edit it because, you know, I got it right now. So the debilitator, here's where it comes in handy. One, her strong attack, her second strong attack actually has a has a chance to get leave paralysis. Pretty damn good, right? They get paralyzed a really long time. And then her special also does paralysis. And you love that voice crack, you're gonna hear many more. So that's why I put her above a lot of characters, because she's a really good hybrid, so she's good for both roles, right? And she also has that paralysis. Again, could be a really good boss killer, can make everything so much easier when your opponent can't do shit. That's why I put her as a number 8. That's why I put her above all the other 5-6 stars that are out there. Yeah, and she's sexy as fuck. I mean, come on, man, come on. All right, let's go to the next one. And coming in at number 7, we have Yoda Vici. She hoeing. She ain't hoeing. You know what I'm saying? I wish I had her, so she might be hoeing. And listen, really good, you know, really good character. Read the stats real quick. Stamina, 1024. Attack, 634. Defense, 336. Focus, 315. Spiritual pressure, 618. And she has a sad damage, or a sad soul trait, with 25% increase. Like that shit's insane. You know, she has an increased sad damage, or increased sad soul link. Now the really good thing about her is why I put her lower than Mila Rose is because she has a lot of one-shot potential. You know, she can be used in she can be used not only in PvE to one-shot anything. She can also be used in PvP to one-shot full bring Ichigos. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, yeah, when I see people use her, She actually really destroys. So she's a really good character. To be honest, it's weird. I feel like she should be lower on the list, but as you see as this continues, you'll see who's actually lower on this list. But yeah, I can't imagine running full 25 links, 100% sad, 110% spiritual pressure, 10 10 10. I can't imagine what she can actually do. And now to move on to her skills, we got, obviously, as you've seen, the sad 25%, devastation, 30% increase to her special attack damage. We got long reach, is pretty good for her normals. We got havoc, increase the range of her strong attacks, pretty good. We have frenzy, obviously. We got sprinter. Now her sprinter is really like, oh man, I love using soy phones and Yoda Vicis because they're so fast and they have long, like with their long stride, that makes it so their distance when they flash step is increased, and it's insane. I see a lot of speed running people when they're trying to speed run, they run a really strong character with a specific build, and then when they're done attacking in that stage and they have to move to the next, they would switch and use Yoda Vici because her flash steps are so quick and cover a big ass distance. So really really good character, man. Yeah, like that's why I put her lower on the list because of her PvE and PvP viableness. So it's pretty good. I mean, obviously you don't see her as much anymore when you go down to like third seat and above, but she's still actually pretty good for both roles. So now we go on to the next one. And coming in at number 6, we got my man Tag Team Ichigo. Look at that. 1,100 stamina, 634 attack, 363 defense, 323 focus, and 725 spiritual pressure. Killer advantage. I didn't even talk about that for Yoda Vici. It's okay. But killer advantage, Soul Reaper, and a Rancor. Because he has his white side, he has his white Ichigo side, which is pretty cool. And sad 25, sad plus 25 for his soul trait. Now, amazing, right? This dude, I mean, look at the stats. You don't really gotta say much else. So as this list goes on, these next characters are just gonna have really insane stats compared to the ones showed previously. So yeah, get ready, man. I mean, let's talk a little bit about that. Soul Reaper, very good killer. To have Soul Reaper killer is so good because that's a very common enemy, and there's a lot of Soul Reapers. I feel Soul Reaper and Hollows are definitely the most enemies that appear in Quest. I think. I don't know if I'm wrong. Hey, fuck it. Now we can get into the nitty gritty. His NAD. He has NAD plus 30 built in. Insane. Really good. And obviously the SAD plus 20. Devastation plus 40. Really good. Long reach on all his normals, right? Havoc, again, good. Frenzy, Sprinter, of course. And now what makes him really good is, as you've seen in that gameplay, his Vortex, or his second strong attack, it lasts like a year. It just lasts so long. You could do so much damage with that in PvP or in PvE, right? But then in PvP he kind of lacks because all his strong attacks have a long activation time. but we're focusing more. I mean, he could be good in PvP. You know, he could be all right. But yeah, PvE, he could be a fucking monster. You know what I mean? That's why I put him so high on the list, because I'm like, dude, he can just destroy anything, just him. You don't really need to run anybody else when you're running him, because he's such a good side character, or strong attack character. Also, it makes him pretty, really versatile, as he has two different killers, so that really can come in handy when you need a wrong card killer or a red Soul Reaper killer. You see what I mean? So I think his versatility really shines here, and obviously he's just top tier strong attack character, like I was saying, because you know, with that 700 SP, insane. Now I know what you're thinking, like, okay, what the fuck? There's no way she's better because, or low, she shouldn't be lower on the list. Like, what kind of bullshit is that? You're just doing it because she's hot. And it's my list. I can do it if I want. No, I'm just kidding. Let me explain, okay? Let me fucking explain. Alright. Stamina, 1,100. Attack, 634. Defense, 325. Focus, 342, which is actually on the higher side. That's pretty good. Stamina, 737. Oh, man. High, one of the highest staminas in the game. I said stamina. Spiritual pressure in the game. Wrong card killer, really good. You know, you got that cat girl dance. I wish that did something other than just damage, but fuck it, we're good. Soul trait, recovery, 20% of stamina with each quest area. So that's pretty, like, she's actually pretty damn good. She got that, you know what I'm saying? I feel like what's weird about her, it's like weird, but it's good. Even though she's a frenzy character, that recover stamina, that shit actually comes in handy. It's kind of weird, like, you would think, okay, she has a little less damage because she doesn't have a sad soul trait. Nah, man, that's actually like, I don't know, I kind of find it useful. Yeah, it's weird, it's out of place, but it's like, fuck it, she gets more health, and that's the one thing a strong attack character needs, you need a healer, or you need to keep your health up, because without health, what the hell are you gonna do? But let me move on to the abilities and actually get to explaining a little bit more in depth. Now let's the finding moment. She has the NAD plus 20, devastation plus 40, stamina recovery. That we got the havoc. Now here's where it's very important. You got the frenzy. You got the weakened defense on her special. Enhancer and sprinter. Enhancer is really key here because she has the buff. She's a boost character. You've seen it. What's really good about that boost is it lasts forever and increases your attack. I don't know the direct numbers, but I know it does increase your attack, your focus, and I think your defense as well, which is pretty damn good, Imagine just being able to run that for so long, and it goes on for so long because of Enhancer that you get it back a little bit after you lost it. Like, after its duration, the cooldown takes enough time for you have at least like 5, maybe 8 seconds left before you get it again. So it's pretty damn good. Imagine running that, right? And she's a frenzy character, so she does damage at a distance. Or she's a range also, so she does damage at a distance, right? With her strong attacks doing a crazy amount of damage. She also has a full screen, and her normal attacks hit 3 times per normal attack. So keeping her damage up high, or her combo up high, while doing a lot of damage at a range and also keeping her health up. Very good character. She can even be used in PvP. because I saw people running her, and even though she can get murked quick, if you put on maybe, I don't know, like dodge and damage taken, she can get her boost off real quick, and you can, I don't know, run Torshiro as a lead. I've seen people do this. Run Torshiro as lead, have her as a boost, so his attacks do even more one shots to the whoever you're facing. It's pretty crazy, man. So she's pretty good. Now on to numero 4, and yes, I did not have gameplay of him because he's so damn old, and I went through I was trying to find that little montage mini clip gameplay for him, but guess who didn't find it? So guess who ain't getting it? Because he's so damn old, man. Look at this guy. 908 stamina, so damn low. 636 attack, low, less lower than average, definitely. 302 defense, stupid low. Focus, 289, stupid low. Spiritual pressure, obviously, is going to be that low. He's a normal attack character. But he has that Captain Killer, which is crazy because I'm pretty sure that Captain Killer is 40% damage, is a 40% damage increase. Crazy. Insane. Bleach FYI, I'm definitely going to link it down below. That dude, Captain MZ, crazy. Soul trait, last ditch survival rate, plus 100% max. It's funny what that actually does. That makes him take one more shot before, if something is the killing shot, he survives with 1 health no matter what. Like, let's say he is on 1 health, he'll be able to take one more shot and then he'll die, which is fucking, it's a weird thing, but it does fit his character. But we are never going to see this on anybody else ever again, I'm pretty sure, because it's just too niche, you know what I mean? But obviously, we got to move on to the abilities. We got sad damage plus 25. I had no fucking clue. That's dumb. We got last ditch, obviously. Long reach, only 10% because he's so damn old. Flurry, adrenaline, havoc, enhancer, and poise. Now, the enhancer, you obviously know what that does. That's funny. I didn't even know he had enhancer. So, it brings me on to my discussion. Top 4. Because when he's at level 200, obviously you see his attack 636. That's the most important part. He has Flurry. Now, Flurry is fucking amazing for him because it makes his attacks hit like an absolute tank. I got that adrenaline because he still attacks too damn slow, so they needed to increase it. Honestly, like, if you run him in PvE, you already know what he can do. He just destroys people, right? He could just destroy bosses in like 2 seconds because he can swing 3 times and you're good. Or he can go into PvP and he can destroy people with his flurry and full damage taken. Or another way you can run him, very interesting. I don't know if you know this, but put on tension ties. Put on 2 of them. Do his special at the start. It lasts like 2 minutes. A little over 2 minutes, I think, and he does insane increased damage because his special releases a spiritual pressure. I don't know how much it increases it by. Again, I don't know the hard numbers. Sorry, but it does. Like, that's how I used to run him, and yeah, I would just speed run through shit because he could just hit so hard because his buff on his special lasts so damn long. I got that tip from Dom from 2Game. Bro, it was crazy. Insane. He's a very good character, very good in both. Even though he's so old, his stats or giving him a level 200 made him still catch up. So don't knock him, man. I would take him over a lot of other characters, and plus obviously that poise, he doesn't flinch when he gets hit, so just constant DPS. Yeah, top tier character without a doubt. Like, I mean, you could argue it if you want, but come on, man. You know he's still part of the meta, and he's still top tier with poise and the flurry combo. And, he even has a little bit of versatility with his special, so that's why I put him at number 4. And yeah, man, he's bro Ken for the fucking win. Now let's move on to the homie, right? We got Noitora Gilda, or however the fuck Gilda, however the fuck you say it, man. Noitora, man. Oh, coming in at number 3, he has a whopping 1023 stamina, 657 attack, 412 defense. That has to be the highest defense in the game. 305 focus, 618 spiritual pressure. He is a hybrid. No, I'm just kidding. That Captain Killer is a 40% extra damage to Captain Killer. Insane. That's how he stacks up to your Kennys, because he has a 40% Captain Killer. Just that's how he does so much damage to Kenny. I figured it out. You know, that's the Matrix right there. And he has obviously his Santa Teresa Gran Re Cerro, right? Pretty good special. And we got that normal attack damage, 20%. You know what I'm saying? You know, looking pretty lit so far, right? Right? You know, level 200. Stats are looking average or good, right? And then let's move on to the abilities. And this is where they all shine, man. You know, this is where they all shine. This is what really makes the difference. We got that built-in NAD plus 20, got that devastation plus 20, long reach plus 20, flurry, adrenaline plus 10%. If it was any more, I can't imagine. Weakened defense on his special, pretty damn good. Sprinter, right? So check this out. That flurry, man, insane. That flurry, holy shit. He just outputs so much damage. That adrenaline, so he attacks a little bit faster, because his attacks are normally slow at 5-star. Bro, he is such a good fucking character. With that defense too, stacking him with Chappies makes him a monster. Makes him tank a little bit more, or tank more than other people, because the defense really does make a difference when it's that big of a difference. And like, man, he can stand up to Kenny's. It's insane. Like, what more else do you really gotta say? That's why I put him at number 3. PvE beast, PvP beast. He can sometimes fuck up your blue Kenny if you're not careful. So, I didn't even mention his vortex. My dude has a vortex. He's basically Kenny without poise. Dude has a vortex on him. So imagine just how much damage you could do. Just keep making the boss flinch, and there you go, man. The dude's a monster. There's number 3, man. Noitora. And coming in at number 2, we got my man. We got Uryu Ashida. That's weird how it doesn't have his last name. Actually, they never have last names right there. Anyway, that doesn't fucking matter. Stamina 1024. Attack 705. One of the highest in the game. It's not top 3 or top 2 or anymore, but it's definitely top 5, I think. Yeah, because, you know, people are having crazy attack these days now. 345 defense. That's good. 328 focus. Thought it'd be higher because it's Uryu. 591 spiritual pressure. You know, obviously it's low tier because he's a normal attack character. Then we got Soul Reaper Killer Advantage. Pretty good. Obviously, very common. And we have his special that does fire, that inflicts fire damage. That makes him a good boss killer, even without his normal attack strings. Then we got the Soul trait. Increased normal attack damage 25%. Pretty good. That makes him do that much more damage over other normal attack characters. Why did I put him above Noitora? Specifically because this, bro, think of it. If you think of it like this, he stays at a range and does insane damage. He probably, does he do more? He might do more than Noitora, to be honest, with his normals. If you stack all normal attack damage. Oh, yeah, I remember some dude was hitting for no bullshit. Damn, was it 14K? Or 18K. It was an insane amount of damage, right? Because he used Baragon's special, and then he used somebody's boost, and then he attacked. It was like 18K. So he can do insane amount of damage while sustaining his health because he's far away from the enemy. You know, he could keep his combo up high that makes him do even more damage. So I take him over that because his PvE performance is really good, and obviously his PvP performance is very good as well. Because you could just throw dodge on him and have him do an insane amount of damage with Chappie's equipped. That's what puts him up there for me. That's what makes him really good. So that's definitely why he's number 2 for me. Because imagine using him over all strong attack characters and also extreme co-op. He's amazing. Whenever I used him, I basically never died because I'm always far away from the enemy. So he definitely deserves that number 2 spot, man. Look at this. Just look at that. He starts off with an increased normal attack damage 55% because it's already 30, but he has a built-in 25, so 25 plus 30 is 55. And then his strong attack damage is also 30. So if you wanted to hybrid him, I'm not saying do that, but I mean, he does have a little bit, he has increased strong attack damage, so you know, that could be an option if you want. Devastation plus 40, long reach, of course, havoc, and sprinter. You know, basic abilities, specifically because they made him such a DPS character that if they added any more abilities, he would have been one of the best character. He could have been broken. Like, holy shit, you know, it would have been crazy. But it's still pretty damn good. Still one of my favorite characters to use. One of my strongest reds that I have right now, besides the number 1 spot. But yeah, man, very good, very worthy of level 200ing. Now, real quick, I just wanted to say all the people that I am showing, these are just the top characters, like obviously the top 10 characters, that can be used a lot, or that the top 10 characters that are really good, you know, just for everyday use. So any one of these, if you 200, is gonna be amazing, obviously. But and then the other characters. They're not, I wouldn't say, they're kind of worth level 200ing, but if you don't really have these 10 characters, I wouldn't stress on it too much because these are the ones you really want to be using. If you play this game a lot and you're gonna be in like 3rd seed or whatever, or higher, you really want to consider waiting to 200 characters. I mean, if it's taking forever, I would 200 whatever you have, but as soon as you get these characters, just know that this 10 list, you definitely should 200 them because they're the best reds in the game. Now let's move on to the final and last one.
Bankai! のうちに踏みしめた空間の治水火風のすべてを凍結する視界氷結
And hitting the number 1 spot, we got Toshiro Hisugaya. Oh man, what a guy, what a character, what a guy. Number 1, hey, this is number 1 for me, man. Hey, maybe you can argue it, but come on, man. When I read you these things and tell you, just come on. He has to be number 1.
You fucking awesome.
Stamina 1005, attack 638, defense 354. That's higher than I thought. That's okay. And we got focus 327, spiritual pressure 724. Is that the highest in the game? That might be the highest in the game, or top 3 or top 2 in the entire game. Hollow killer, very useful. Shikai Hoketsu, his fucking freezing thing in 4 steps. Crazy damage. It hits a bunch of times, and it also 100% freeze. It's insane. Soul trait, strong attack recharge minus 12%. Amazing, absolutely fantastic. Let's move on to these abilities, because you know these abilities are about to be absolutely rocking. Look at that. We got that devastation, 40%. We got that reduced strong attack cooldown, that long reach, that frenzy, that debilitator, that weakened defense, that sprinter. Now here's where the shit really matters, right? He has a little bit of abilities. It doesn't look like a shit ton, right? But check this out. Debilitator, 5 seconds. Bro, he has freeze on everything. His normals, his strong attacks. Freezer. He has freeze on everything. So imagine that. And it procs quite often, And whenever it procs, that's debilitator adding 5 seconds to however long it's supposed to last. Like, it's insane, right? Amazing for PvP, because freezing somebody in PvP is like the greatest thing ever. Just they can't do anything and you're just wailing on them, right? And obviously that frenzy is amazing. And since his spiritual pressure is so damn high, his strong attacks hit like an absolute monster. His long reach on his normals, weakened defense on that special. That's really good, because in PvP and PvE, it's just a boss killer because it freezes, and it's a Kenny killer or whatever killer because it just hits so many times and weakens their defense. And since his spiritual pressure is going to be really high, because that's how you should be running him, it's going to hit so damn hard. So I think he's definitely number 1 for me, specifically because, oh my god, annoying ass one, specifically because he's a strong attacker, the best strong attacker in the game, or one of the best, and he's just top tier. That's it. And he freezes everything, right? It's just like it's the best of both worlds. So obviously he's not as versatile as others. Like, you can't run all normal attack, but it's just what he's supposed to be used for. He's the best at in both modes. So that's what puts him really high up there for me. And obviously his stats. And then, oh yeah, I didn't even talk about that. Running cooldown on him, he gets it back like every fucking 2 seconds or some shit like that. I mean, I did a character showcase, so you guys seen those numbers. But yeah, like running full recharge on him, it's insane. He gets it back so quick because he has that built-in 12, so it's comes back quicker than other characters. So yeah, definitely number 1, 100%. Without a doubt, he is number 1 on my list. He's so good. So good. You run through any quest, run through any PvP team. He's the leader of my PvP team. He's just insane. His third, I'm surprised it's not, I guess it's not a full screen, but damn near the closest thing to a full screen. So amazing. Oh yeah, and I didn't even talk about that. His activation times, it's quicker than Fullbring Ichigo's. The developer was saying how he has the quickest activation time for his strong attacks in the game. So again, just top tier. Top one. There you go, man. There's that big ass top 10 list 40+ minute video. Jesus. The fuck's that noise outside? Are you serious? Come on, man. Pissing me off. Coming in hot with this honorable mention. Yes, we do these. I looked at him and his stats and everything, and I was like, dude, I have to talk about him just a little bit. So he has 992 stamina, 659 attack, which is higher than I thought it'd be. Thought it'd be lower. 343 defense, 311 focus, 599 spiritual pressure, and his killer is Espada. That's 40%, by the way. 40% damage, extra damage to Espadas. He has manly petals. That does paralysis, right? Which is insanity. Makes him instantly really viable right there. Normal attack damage plus 20%. And what else we got? Oh yeah, he has paralysis on all his attacks, everything. Which is just, he has a boost. Like, he's up there. Dude, he's such a good-ass character. It's fucking amazing. Look at these skills. Look at that. Normal attack damage, 40% right off the bat. Right? 30% for the strong. 30% devastation. 20% long reach. We got that debilitator and enhancer. And sprinter. Think of that. He has a boost with enhancer, so he's always going to have increased stats, right, for a while, right? And then also he has debilitator with paralysis on each and every attack. Just, bro, you have to put him up there, or not even up there in the top 10, but, oh, excuse me, that was disgusting. But you just have to put him up there or think about him. If you have him and got lucky enough to get him, good shit, because he's actually a good character. He has a bunch of things that make him, amazing. So I definitely would consider using him, and I really love Green Gel. He's my favorite Espada, so I would definitely use him if I had him, but I didn't, because holy shit, I don't think I got lucky at all, or even had orbs when these guys came out. So that concludes it, man. That's right there. Holy shit, this is such a long video. It took me days to do because I needed a lot of time to do it. As you see, it's like 40-some minutes long. So, yeah. And I finally had enough time today to finish the video. So, we're going to do more of these. But not now. In the future. So, and it's funny because it says November 1st. Remember when I was talking about that? Yeah, it's not November 1st no more when I'm recording this. Or when it's up. So, yeah. There's the top 10 list. There's the honorable mention. Oh, man. These characters, definitely, like, don't even think twice. Take these characters to 200. Any other character, I would consider looking at their stats, and then, like, if it's not really close to 700, or if it's under 650, I'd advise, or, like, their attack or spiritual pressure, I'd probably advise against taking them to 200. But even so, look it up on Bleach, FYI, if you need to. Or you can look at your character's skills and stats at level 200 by going into the album. So, you know, just so you can see their abilities and stuff like that and see if you should really take them to 200. But if you have any of these 11 characters, because it's 11, then definitely take them to 200 without a doubt, no hesitation, because these are the best reds in the game. So, show some love with a like. And if you really fuck with me, subscribe to become part of the task force. This has been your man with a plan, TheTaskAtHand, and I'm out, man. I am out.